Hey there, Quorators superfans. Are you tired of waking up at your job for the bake shop at 2 a.m. every morning, going to work for 12 hours, and coming home exhausted at 3 p.m.? Then boy, do we have the show for you. Saturday, April 26th at the Gutter in Brooklyn, Quorators Afternoon Delight, with doors at 3:30 p.m. and a show at 4. You can be drunk by 5 p.m. and it will be appropriate for this event. We want to see you live reading Quoras. I'll see you at the Gutter.
I feel like so immune to my face. I've really given up. Like I used to, do you know what I mean? Like I just have to look at it all the time to the point where I'm like, yeah, they're gonna catch me. I'm ugly. They all found out
I've
already.
blown it.
Also, I feel like everything is on video now.
Everything's
Like, all
on video,
podcasts.
and and in HD, and I'm already like on TikTok where everybody's like, you're a hag, and it's like, I don't know, man.
It's over for
To be
you.
online.
I can't do it. I hate it.
It's so
You're doing great.
I'm going to start wearing a mask.
That would be cool.
like a marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Who's Marshmallow?
He's the marshmallow DJ.
Or Sia.
He shows up in the
Sia.
song. Oh, does Sia wear a mask?
Well, she used to do hair over the head.
Oh, right. She's
Spooky.
And then I think she was like, wait a minute, I'm actually addicted to the fame of it all. And then she kind of
look at me.
And then she showed her face and it was quite unremarkable. And I think she's actually, now no one even knows what she looks like.
Should have been
looking right at her.
She should just be hair.
Should have done the damn hair helmet.
I'm
Had it nailed with the hair helmet.
Slipknot like mask.
Slipknot
Oh,
has the
that'll be
real
good.
thing going where like no one knows exactly who like each one is, but they're
Right.
like, I love the whole thing.
Yeah.
No one's ever done that for a podcast, like Daft Punk style, where they
Yeah.
all have little helmets.
I think we should start doing that. Then we can say
Well,
whatever we
Too
want.
late, though. Yeah, finally.
so
we can
late.
say all the racist stuff we
Demois.
want to
Do you guys
say.
know Demois?
Sure.
All right.
She did a podcast with a voice changer. And we all went,
Modulator.
that's a bit fucking far.
Does Dumois do stuff other than like collect stories though?
She has an empire. I don't know if it's still profitable,
Yeah.
but she had a book that came out that was like a lightly fictionalized version of her own life. And then she sold it to HBO.
Oh, my God.
And she has a podcast and she has the Instagram. Which
I don't
think is
know
quite
who
profitable.
this is. This is Alexander Dumois.
This is an Instagram account where you can
Okay.
like tell that when you
Celebrity.
see a famous person walking around eating like a bagel, you can be like, I saw this dumbass eating a bagel.
Jay Leno
Okay.
And then
blew
she'll
his nose
post
at
it.
Nobu.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
gross.
Yep, that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Right?
I went to a party hosted by her and I had to sign an NDA.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. And her lawyer, I don't even know if this is on or not, but her lawyer.
Should we not record this?
No,
No. I just didn't know because when
Let
you're
her
like
do
not
this.
recording at all, but you're like
Yes,
talking
yes,
like it's being
yes.
recorded and then you feel like an asshole. But the lawyer was the husband from Real Housewives of New York. Does anyone here watch that?
Oh.
Aaron Leachy's husband. Anyway, then we got there and we had signed an NDA to say that we wouldn't say what she looked like. She looked
Okay.
so much like the driving instructor from SpongeBob, but with like a long brunette wig.
She looks like Mrs. Puff.
Mrs. Puff.
Folks, it's Quorators.
Wait, hold on. Before you do this, should I cut all of that?
No, I think you keep.
I dare him to sue me.
Okay, great.
But I actually had comedy relevant part of this.
Oh, okay.
But Alex finished dancers.
Wait, you should keep in the she looks like Mrs. Puff, but you don't have to keep in anything before that.
I just mean because you said I signed an NDA to say I would not say what she looks
We
like, but here is
actually-
what it is.
My podcast is a big believer that NDAs are fake.
They're fake.
So
They're
every
fully
day we're
fake.
testing them.
Interesting.
What did they decide?
Yeah.
They said they'd sue me for $1 million.
Barbara Streisand effect.
Come for me. Yeah. Honestly, I could use
Yeah, for real.
I could use a little post on a Demois. But do you want to hear the comedy thing she did that was so crazy?
Yes.
Hear it.
So she posted anonymously that a comedian was being looked into for murdering his wife.
Oh.
And she had posted it that day. And so I would go to this party and she's like, anything you want to know? And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
who are you talking about? And she goes, Patton Oswalt, but we all know it's fake.
Yeah.
And I go, if you all know it's fake, then why are you like genuine? Like people who follow you don't know that you're just posting knowingly fake things.
That's just
you
a
shouldn't
classic QAnon
accuse
thing.
someone for murder. Yeah.
That's like that's like QAnon people think that Patton Oswalt murdered his wife.
Who's
or
looking
whatever.
into that?
Yeah, it's just like psychos.
Why does anyone care?
But it's
I
like I
don't
didn't
think
care
that.
until I saw that there was this rumor that I was like, what comedian murdered his wife?
Whoa.
Well, everyone's asking you to take their wife, please, but no one has the volition to do it themselves.
Take her out.
Take her from this world. Hello, it's Quorators, America's favorite premier comedy Quora-based podcast. Hello. I almost ended it at comedy, but that's not true. Folks, it's another week. It's Alex, Claire, and Jeremy back again. The weather is around 40 degrees,
Too
but
cold.
sunny. Hey, that's March for you. I don't want to get stuck on it. We have a very special guest today, all the way from the Celebrity Memoir Book Club podcast. Claire Parker is here. Claire?
Thank you so much. I agree. It's too cold, but not bad for March.
Not bad.
Not
for
bad.
I would love to circle back to the weather, please.
Yeah. See, the thing is, it's going to be like 60 for a day or two in a way where you're like, maybe it's summer now. But you go out there and the low light will give away that it is, in fact, an infringement on God's plan. That's climate
God's
change.
plan.
Yeah, it's going to be over before you know it. So you might as well enjoy the afternoon.
Dusk is a dangerous time in these parts.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brooklyn.
I'm afraid of bats flying into my apartment.
I'm afraid of the wind.
Well, that's enough on that. Claire, do you know what Quora is?
Of course, I'm a child of the 90s. I had questions once. I found answers.
We've all had questions once.
No more.
It's the website Google sends you when you're not sure exactly if you want like a good answer or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a top hit. It's a top 5 hit.
Absolutely. So you talk about celebrities on your show, and we have been slowly mining more and more Hollywood-based Quoras slowly over the course of a year, and I can never quite find the time to do them. So this week is a Celebrity Quora Book Club, and we're going to go through all of the celeb questions here on Quora.
Sounds good to
Great.
me.
I can't wait. I'm afraid this is going to reveal to me that I am, in fact, a celebrity expert in a way that I never intended to be, but I have now read over 200 celebrity memoirs.
If you're not, then who is?
Do you like, I don't know, do you know that feeling? I feel like when you find out your parents are just people or something, when you look around at the mountaintop and you go, surely this isn't the peak. It's me. I thought, like, who's going to get me in trouble? You know what I mean?
You're the
Honey.
one who knows about marshmallow.
This podcast, I hate to say it, is the peak. This is the peak. So we're going to just have to deep dive into it.
I feel that way. every week.
Before we do it, Alex, are these celebrities like real celebrities or are these Quora celebrities? Because they have their own little ecosystem.
I tried to get like
true.
Hollywood entertainment style questions, but
Okay.
it does kind of derails itself somewhat a little bit. I took care of the ones that were just about like hey, celebrity spotting, my narc is back.
Sure. Fair enough.
The guy gang stalking me is in my window.
I am a celebrity. I'm being gang stalked.
Demons are real and they're famous.
Okay. Well, let's do. We go to a space every week.
Space of the week.
The length of it
Wow.
gets me every time. This is celebrities.quora.com. Sorry, celebrities1.quora.com.
Celebrities was taken.
And this is, I don't know, this is a space about celebrities.
It has 41,000 followers and 200 contributors. You can explore and know your favorite celebrities from all over the world. Now, I found as a trend, exploring the celebrity space, it is mostly one guy talking about not celebrities and kind of getting you to click on his little posts.
Sure.
But there's stuff here and there.
I
could be surprised.
respect the marketing hustle.
Yeah.
You gotta.
You're already in his space. I mean, why does he have to follow the rules?
Who would have guessed that celebrities was a space that nobody was thinking about these days? Who would have guessed that was just like a website waiting to be hacked?
Also, you can't see it on the TV, but the background of these two masks, like the tragedy and comedy mask, is the like PNG and Photoshop
great.
checker box,
Oh.
which I think is funny.
I think that kind of looks like a classic dramatic stage. The checker
Sure.
box design.
Sure, why not?
You think stages are checkered?
Yeah, like I think
Alex is
drama.
sort of blind.
You're confusing a stage for a kitchen.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of a kitchen.
You know what?
Isn't it a kitchen where all the great dramedies of the world are enacted, though?
That's true.
Yeah.
The domestic stage.
Wow.
Claire's the only one who has my fucking back on this show.
He brought his
Regardless.
own Claire this week, and she was paid off.
Sick of all the shit I deal with on
Sort
here.
of yin yang.
I found some examples in the doc if you want to
Okay,
cut to those,
okay.
but
And now these are all mostly East Asian celebrities. It seems like.
no,
Oh no, these are just.
This is
posts.
okay. So this is what I was talking about
This
before.
one's about this guy's wife.
This is Kure
My
Garba.
wife found the sweater she knitted for our grandkids at a thrift store. I don't think she's a celebrity.
That's an AI grandma. Is it?
That
don't
book-
know.
I think it is an AI grandma because this one man posts with 1,000 different backgrounds and is like, my kid says I should kill him. Is that wrong? But I'm interested in this guy specifically, like his profile, because he has a very interesting flair if you click on it. His name's Corey Garba.
Corey Garba is a sailor.
Oh.
As an avid true crime enthusiast, I have an insatiable curiosity for unraveling the darkest mysteries of the world.
Okay, well, I know what's happening here already. He does have a murder he's planned, and he's just like workshopping the perfect alibi. Because that grandma post, he was like, my grandma found the sweaters she knit for our grandkids at the thrift store, and she's heartbroken. And he's kind of like, would you think she's allowed to murder now? Do you know what I mean? He's just like using.
He's mining. He's content mining. But it also says on his profile he's the 3rd officer at Shell Oil Company.
It does say that.
Which sounds very well paid.
He lives in Nigeria.
I mean, of all of the officers?
He's also the admin of Murderous Stories.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And
Barbara
Barbara
O'Neill's
O'Neill's
Health
health wisdom.
Who do you think that is? Have you
I
guys
don't
already
know.
asked that question to Quora?
No, absolutely
yet.
not.
I
I do
don't
not know who Barbara O'Neill is.
So everyone on this show is in their 30s. Do you ever just find that new celebrities can be named whatever and you don't know who they are?
No. Barbara O'Neill is not a new celebrity. She is a fictional
I'm
old
sick
woman.
of kids talking about Barbara O'Neill
This isn't
and her health
Sabrina
tips
Carpenter. Like-
and her candles. We get
Corey
it.
created Barbara O'Neill.
We get it. Barbara O'Neill is so grippy. She's so cool and pog.
I'm looking her up. She's an Australian promoter.
What?
Okay, that doesn't sound medical.
Alternative healthcare promoter.
Why do all of her pictures look like this?
I would love the word practitioner over promoter. So
Yeah.
she's not actually in the business of, she's just a consultant that's helping do their social media.
She's like the Flava Flav of alternative medicine.
She's like anti-vax, anti-fluoride.
Oh, cool.
She looks like awful.
Every
I will say,
Shit.
Every picture's a mugshot somehow.
I've never seen a more aged person, so I do believe she's keeping it natural. She is decaying like a leaf on the street.
Yeah, it's not working. Like, would you want to like listen to this woman be like, "Well, you don't drink toothpaste"?
Teeth were only meant to last 38 years. You're an abomination if you have them into your 60s.
She's literally using these natural teeth whitening. I don't know. She's doing something. A lot of teeth stuff, actually. We kind of nailed it on the teeth stuff.
I will say though, sorry ladies, she is married to Michael O'Neill.
Sorry, lesbians.
Don't even try to pick up Michael O'Neill in Australia.
I like under known for on Wikipedia. It's dangerous and substantiated alternative medicine claims.
What do you think has happened over there in Australia? Because we were just looking at the apple cider vinegar thing. So I guess it's a whole island of people who have flown so close to the sun that they're like, mortality, is it real? Let's find out.
It's an island of danger.
Criminals.
It's a desert hotspot full of dangerous and venomous animals.
Sunburnt freaks.
Haven't both of you Claire's toured there? Am I wrong
Yeah.
about this?
No, I've never been
Yeah,
there.
I thought you were there once.
No.
No.
All right,
I have
sorry.
Too scared to
relatives there.
go.
I went in September, and I have to say, being in Sydney, I was like, it felt like a Greek myth, because you're like, you could live in the happiest, most beautiful, hottest, and I mean that sexually, country in the world, but all you have to give up is like the rest of the planet. Or you could live in the rest of the planet and be miserable. Do you know what I mean? It felt very Island of the Locust.
Sure,
and that's why in my mind, I'm like, of course they've gotten here because they got too comfortable having a great life. They all have healthcare. Nobody shoots each other with guns.
So it sounds like you had a wonderful time in Australia.
Yeah.
I had like
Apologies to Australia.
yeah, but in a way that, you know how in New York you're like, suffering is good for you.
Yeah.
You go to Australia, everybody's working out at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
They do this. They have a whole culture of watching the sunrise every morning together.
What?
Like the way we go get drinks, they're like up at dawn.
This
I
is
don't like
not
that.
my impression
Gay.
of Australia.
And they have Christmas in the
Australia's
summer?
gay.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean it's a crazy place, and that's how I understand.
backwards.
That's why I understand Barbara O'Neill in a way spiritually. Maybe you guys can't connect.
I can't.
That's why
can't.
travel is so important.
That's true, to understand other cultures.
Yeah.
In the U.S., her name would be Barbecue O'Neill.
Woo!
That's enough of this.
So
Okay.
Curry.
Anyway, this guy does a bunch of content
Let's
mining.
read one question
Will you
from
read
here.
the one question I put on here?
My daughter died, and my grandkids' dad won't let me see or talk to them. My grandkids need me now more than ever. I'll be in Oregon. What can I do so that I can see them?
Who else is in? What's in Oregon? Is that relevant? Or he's just like, in case anyone wants to meet up.
It's if you're in Oregon. This is on the celebrities space.
Yeah, wait.
Did you find one celebrity, or is this just?
I found them not on this space.
Okay, so the space is just unrelated to celebrities in any way, as far as we could tell.
Actually, that's not true. There is one question we will be reading later that was from the celebrity
Okay,
space, but it is
okay.
mostly content mining and that one woman whose child is dead.
My daughter died.
Oh, this is a woman. This is a grandmother.
It's dad.
R.I.P. to that unlucky lady.
Something I am learning is apparently people are just dying all the time, and there's a lot of grandparents out there, and I do think that
Oh.
that's a real problem.
That's big facts,
That there are
Claire.
a lot of grandparents out there? Or?
Don't you feel like nobody's dying anymore?
I don't feel that way.
don't feel that
It's
way at
crazy. I've
all.
never felt less that way.
I feel like thousands of people died just right now.
Yeah.
I low-key feel like all of us will one day die.
Well, actually,
You
I
would
don't know about
hope, but I don't know. I feel grandparents, they're alive now more than ever.
that. I guess you're right. When you put it that way,
And that's why you should vote for Cuomo to be the mayor. Kill those grandparents.
And out with the old and with the new situation.
I don't know if this helps our situation, but the woman who asked this question is named Dana, and she's asked 2 other questions ever. One of them is, if someone is shot in the head and the bullet goes straight through their head, will the bullet raise up in the air?
Okay, she's getting revenge.
And the other one is, how do you know that someone has died a painful death?
Jesus.
Oh, sorry, this is an answer that she gave.
Okay.
But still weird.
By the way, I'm in
Was
Oregon.
it bullet based?
She
Was
said
the answer bullet based?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it is. She
no.
says her daughter was shot in the head.
Well, that makes me feel bad.
Okay, well, I think I figured out what happened here.
A lot of people are being shot in the head on Quora. It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
A lot of people are just this one woman's daughter.
Damn, dude. You know, I don't often feel bad clicking on the people, but this one really blew up in our faces in a big way.
Oh, yeah, but
Oh,
not
your
intended.
face.
But, let's read
We all had
another
the
one.
same thought. Okay.
Here's another post.
Yeah, the other two are Corey Garbas. Sorry.
This is Corey. He says, during my last flight, I served a couple in business class.
Oh my
They
God.
were-
So he's the third officer at Shell Oil Company and a sailor and a flight attendant.
Money never sleeps.
I guess if you're commuting so much for work and you can't always be in the sea when you're in the air, you might as well get paid.
You might as well get paid.
As well. That's buddy mindset. He said they were just disgusting pigs mocking me, and I barely made it to my destination. I breathed a sigh of relief because right after the flight, I went to my mom to meet her future fiance. But get ready for this. In the middle of the room was the same man from the plane, standing hand in hand with my mother. I begged my mom to believe me, but she didn't even listen. I decided right then to teach him a lesson. Details in the
Okay,
comments.
head to the comments. We need to find the details.
This
Okay.
rude man is my dad now.
So I guess in this story, it's this woman talking.
Yes.
So it's not him.
Corey Garba is many
It's
people.
for illustrative purposes only.
In case you've never been on a plane, but you're on Quora and you want to be able to imagine.
So this is actually an article on healthzone.blogspot.com from 20. I didn't know Blogspot still existed.
It kind of feels like this guy's just writing his own
Yeah, little fanfics.
erotic fan fiction about
we're not
serving
reading this.
up
And you know what's fucked up? If he was like an old woman in Utah, he'd get billions of dollars and a movie deal. But unfortunately, what's his name?
Corey Garba.
Corey Garland. We don't give any respect to the sailors.
That's right.
And we don't believe they have any artistic ability. And he's stuck just fanficking from Quora.
Just because he's an officer at Shell Oil Company, he's
Third.
left to work in the mud like the rest of us.
I'm gonna read it. This last. Oh, this is another one.
I
of
told
these?
you they're all Corey
My
Garbas.
cousin used me as a free maid for months. My dad's lesson to her was perfect. These are all just like weird fake Reddit stories.
Look at this horrible kitchen he had to
It's
clean
for
up.
illustrative purposes only.
Is that what it says?
That's what it
Oh, it does
says
say
up
that.
top.
Look at that.
Oh.
I missed that.
What does that mean?
It means that he has a sense of decorum and privacy. That he knows that you would be making, that he's just using this free tool of Quora, but he knows sickos like you look into
That's right.
other people's lives for their personal entertainment
That's
because you
right.
lack empathy.
That's true. I do.
As a
So this is like a watermark that's just like, don't make fun of my kitchen. It looks
First-
like shit. Don't be mean to me.
First you made fun of grandma whose daughter shot in head. Then you make fun of kitchen.
I feel so bad about that. There's no way to edit it out.
It's too much. It's too much.
It's too much, but I'm so sorry to that woman.
Now that you're a father.
Man, that was really sad. Okay. All right, let's start the celebrity questions, please.
Okay,
This was a nightmare.
Let's move on.
All right, start the show. Here we go. It's our first segment, Quinceltown. Today's Hollywood stories. Premiere of Glamour.
This is a crazy question.
It's really
This Quora user.
Make sure you read it right.
Why does it stink like fart everywhere where Lazy Gaga pops up?
Lazy Gaga is such a perfect burn on Lady Gaga.
I've never heard that. Do people think she's lazy?
No, I don't, and I'm mean.
She's lazy as a log.
I just feels like a typo.
She's lazy. She
brilliant.
smells like shit.
I feel like even if you hate Lady Gaga, you have to admit she's doing a lot of work.
Yeah, she was.
She put all that meat on her.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't talk about women that way, but I think she works hard.
Does she put all the? Doesn't she always wear crazy costumes?
Yeah, she's all caked up.
She wore a meat costume once.
Absolutely.
Did
I
she?
understood
Do
where
you
you're
not know
coming
this,
from.
Alex?
No, I just thought you were being a pig about her body.
I thought you were making fun.
Meat dress.
Meat dress.
Remember the meat dress?
I saw a replica of it in Las Vegas in a hotel.
Oh.
There was a whole exhibit. And I said, for an exhibit, you couldn't even get the original. But they had replicas of a lot of her outfits. And I thought, this feels low budget. For the aria?
Would have stunk,
Yeah.
probably.
That's probably why she smells like fart.
Yeah.
It's because of the damn meat dress. Okay,
Bob, who lives in Australia,
Respect.
said the fart smell is from you talking BS. Lady Gaga is incredibly talented and beautiful. You're
You're
jealous.
jealous.
I guess the question has to be, like, how often is this guy in the vicinity of Lazy
Lazy
Gaga?
Gaga.
Because, he who smelt it, felt it.
That's true.
Maybe he's hoping maybe he is like Lady Gaga's assistant and he is farting all the time and she is picking up on it and he is hoping to like gaslight her, put it out in the ether that she
Spread
goes,
it.
I'm hearing that I smell like fart
Yeah.
to try to keep his job.
Yeah.
This is actually a woman. This is
Okay.
Twin Flame Queen who asked this, who has feminine power.
Oh, yo. I think we have another question from her later, but this is twin flame culture is rampant on Quora. Do you know about twin flames, Claire?
I was actually just talking about twin flames yesterday. What is it? Could you clarify for me? I knew it existed.
It's like it's like soulmates, but can refer to any kind of relationship is my understanding of it. Like if you're two best friends, you can be twin flames.
Okay,
I
like
think
that's
it's like cult version of it though, right? It's like people who are so into their soulmate that it's like on a molecular level.
Well, there's
and,
a twin flame. What's it called? Program.
yeah. And sometimes someone will disagree. They'll say, I'm not your twin flame. And they'll say, I'm stalking you now. And you have to divorce your husband and date me because we're twin flames.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah. What do you know about it?
I was under the impression it was like an indigenous phrase.
I understand why you think that. Because of two spirit?
Fire
Yeah.
element.
That's what I was
Two
mixing
spirit?
it up
Sure.
with. Two
It's
spirit.
Yeah, it's different than two spirit.
What if we just were really racist? And you were right. And we were just like, yeah, they're crazy.
Well, I kind of thought it might have gotten the spirit animal effect of
sure.
like, my spirit animal is Dobby. You know what I mean?
Twin Dobby.
running
That's a
hor-
really bad spirit animal to have. You do not want to be
Yeah, my
Dobby.
spirit-
Well, that's why
animal
she's on
is a
Quora
slave.
looking for help.
My spirit animal is a magical slave. A boy owns him.
A
and
sad elf.
maybe one day he'll be free.
There's another question here that might help explain. She says, why does it smell like fart everywhere where Lady Gag pops up and my TikTok hashtags are manipulated suddenly?
I think she's misspelling on purpose now.
Lady Gag.
I
Well, she
think-
said pops with two P's.
I had never thought of all the ways you can make fun of the name Lady Gaga. I'd always thought it was a foolproof name, but I just feel like page 6 is slipping.
Yeah.
Lazy Gaga is like a Trump quality
Yeah.
Lady Gaga burn.
Lazy Gaga.
They call her Lazy Gaga. She hasn't made a movie since 2022.
The star is not born.
She tanked the Joker, people. She showed up and she ruined the Joker.
Her dad is Andrew Dice Clay.
Your impression is really scary.
Yeah, Jeremy is like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Trump. He's like he's gonna get you.
He is gonna get you.
Can I say, and A Star Is Not Born, that got me. I really thought, whoa, nailed
He
her.
loves celebrity culture.
She's not a star and she smells like farts. Her life sucks.
I like the idea that he's really into that movie.
Take off the meat dress.
Why am I and my twin flame Michael Jackson?
This is what I'm saying. Like,
be
they're-
stalked, personally attacked for decades with hate, lied about, sexually harassed constantly for teaching humanity twin flame details and providing scientific information.
The hubris you have to think you are Michael Jackson's twin flame.
You know what I mean? Though it's not like, oh, we're best friends. It's like Michael Jackson is my soulmate, despite being dead and we've never met.
Well, also just this idea that she's like, she apparently knows why they're being harassed, stalked, and lied about because
Sure.
she's teaching humanity and providing scientific information. If it really bothers you that much, then fucking shut up. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
bitch.
A lot of people have been bullied into silence, and if you would just know your place and stand down.
Also, I hate to, pop off on generalities, but I wouldn't go around claiming to be Michael Jackson's twin flame because people are going to say you're a pedophile.
Hell
if you have the
no.
same flame,
I think she has different concerns
She could
than
also
you.
be a child. I don't know.
well, he's dead, so I assume she's younger. I know he died young, but like,
I don't know. Maybe you
I
should
don't
try
know.
having fun
I don't know how to get
for
more.
once.
I don't know how to get more info on Twin Flame Queen.
She's only posted 24 questions, but
Oh,
has
what's her
5,000
first question?
posts.
Yo,
Wait, what? I just want to see. Whatever. She's just yelling at people, saying that they're weak and evil or whatever.
we
Her
can't
first-
spend all day on Twin Flame Queen. Her daughter's going to be
Her
shot in the
first
head.
question is: are there any other real twin flame soul cases out there with physical parallels for research?
Huh? No.
I mean, she's doing research. Like, are you not allowed to ask a question on Quora? I kind of feel like you guys are penalizing these people for asking questions in the question asking machine.
No, you're
Thank
right.
you,
Yeah.
Claire.
She knows
You
about
guys-
ancient Egypt.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
If you
And
can't ask
soul.
questions here, where can you ask them?
You're
Reddit?
screaming.
My neighbors hate me.
I feel very passionately about this website.
All
All right, that's enough of this woman.
Let's go see more celebrities like Twin.
Please.
Okay, here's another question. This is from Celebrities 1. Did Melania Trump have plastic surgery to make herself look Asian?
I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
I think she did.
But that's just my own personal opinion.
And it's wrong.
Oh, no.
Or it's good.
The
Melinda Gwynn says no.
No.
Great
She had
name.
a facelift. Oh, that's good to know.
Okay.
I
Here's a
love this
painting.
painting of an Asian lady just for reference.
Asian girl.
this is
if-
what Asian women look like.
If you're not on the YouTube, she has submitted a painting named Geisha Girl by I think some kind of white guy name.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
George something.
George Henry.
The whitest guy you could have.
And then a long discussion about monolid eyes. So thank you for posting that, Melinda.
Oh Lord.
Scroll down. We got one from DK Hamilton. Melania Trump had plastic surgery. I do not know why she did, but she looks like all the Stepford wives that are down there in Florida or whatever the fuck these women come from.
What a beautiful girl.
That is the next sentence. Is what a beautiful girl.
What a strange sentence.
That's honestly where we're all coming from.
I love. Can you read it? Keep going because I love the way she gives provenance here. This creation sucks. Kimberly Guilfoyle, the former Mrs. Gavin Newsom, the former Mrs. Donald Trump Jr. fiance, the president ambassador to Greece. I wish people were always like saying Claire Parker and then everyone I had ever dated and then my current job.
Yeah, you got to work on your AKAs.
Yeah, I don't know. She had bad plastic surgery.
She has a squint and a permanent scar.
I never thought she looked Asian. I've
No.
never heard this before. This is a crank online opinion.
I love when people come up with new racisms.
Yeah.
Invent a new way to be racist. This is from John Appleseed.
This is like when I very confidently say somebody looks like a celebrity, and I just have face blindness.
Wow. These are
all just weird racist
insane
questions.
All right, we're now clicking on the
On
ask
John.
us
This is
questions.
from Johnny Appleseed.
Would Jesus be considered a short king?
Yes.
No, maybe. Why not?
Well, he's the king
Short
of kings.
king of the Jews.
Short king of the Jews.
And that dovetails perfectly into can Indians join the IDF?
Why not? If they're from Long Island, why not?
As long
no
as they're from
answers
Long
yet.
Island. The Jesus one is the only question that has answers on it.
I can't read.
Yeah, we don't need to read all the
These
racist
are bad.
questions.
Do another question?
Yes.
And again, these are celebrity questions.
I'm glad I brought my expertise. I came ready to. I studied for this.
You're the most qualified in the room by a country mile so far. So,
Have you read Melania Trump's book? Does she have a book?
She does have a book.
She
You
does.
guys read it?
I didn't read it. It kind of came and went without much fanfare. We try to stay away from political ones. Like we haven't done Michelle Obama's or Barack Obama's. But we're thinking about doing Eric Adams.
sure.
Oh, yeah,
And
but that's
just so
it.
that then we could tell people who to vote for in the mayoral election because we're worried about our boy Cuomo.
Okay.
We're worried about all the sluts out there who are going to malign him with their fat asses. We have a very pro-car mentality and we hate the poor. So
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a Melania Trump Netflix documentary series coming out where she has final creative say.
Good.
are you playing her?
And yes, I am. She has chosen me because I am half Asian.
Yeah, ever
and
since her
she's trying to
surgery.
look Asian.
She had the Clairocane surgery. Look more like Clairocane.
Can you imagine if Donald Trump was attracted to me? Honestly,
Why not? You believe in yourself.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
yeah, I
It'd be
need
great for
enough
a podcast.
confidence to think that Donald Trump would want to fuck me. That's when I know I've reached my peak.
You got to go through Barron. He's already here.
Oh yeah, he's at NYU.
And
That's your
he's
in.
looking to experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How disgraceful would it be if somebody went through Barron to date Donald Trump and he stole his own son's girlfriend?
I don't know. I think it's
Sounds good.
I just think it would be something. I don't know if it'd be like disgraceful to which side,
I guess.
or
it would-
disgraceful to the girlfriend,
it would be
disgraceful to the son. Like
It would
I
be
think
very
son.
rude to Barron, who's so tall.
This tall boy.
So tall.
maybe they see that as like. I don't know. I can't definitively say how that family would feel about such things.
Who is
side.
more daddy than the president? That's what I ask.
Yeah, he's the daddy.
He's the daddy of America.
He sure is.
Twice. Double daddy.
I don't know how to.
I'm going to read the question. We're
Please.
doing a new question.
Yes, we haven't read it yet.
Why hasn't Tom Hanks ever acted with Tom Cruise?
Great
Multiple
question.
reasons, including
Okay, so we have a
Says
good
John
answer from John Mixon, who we do follow on Quora. But my first guess is that's too many Toms in a movie.
That's a lot of times.
Why not add Tom Hardy?
Have you ever
while
seen
you're-
Vanderpump Rules?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, one of like the defining features is that there's two Toms
Whoa.
oh,
And
yeah,
is it too many?
Sandoval
and Schwartz.
and the other one.
Is it too many?
No, it's
Like when you're
actually
watching?
it's too few, if anything.
Whoa.
They almost need a third person in there.
I just feel like 2 is the wrong number if you're doubling
Yeah.
down.
Tom.
You should have at
Tom.
least another famous
Claire,
Tom on
Claire.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
there. We're live in a double Claire situation, and I'm lashing out. Tom Hanks and Tom Cruise are just in very different kinds of movies.
Yeah.
Like, how heartwarming has a Tom Cruise movie ever been? I ask you that.
Wouldn't it be funny if the Mission Impossible, there's been a FedEx delivery guy stuck on an island. You have to find him and save him. The trick, he's been kept there by the Russian government. And they own all the AI now. And the chip that was being FedExed, it's the key.
It's the
Okay.
microchip.
You're a writer, no, Claire?
Yeah.
Take it and take it and run, baby.
You can
Write
agree
that.
that's a story.
Write that, Claire.
Already written in my head.
Who's seen the last Mission Impossible that came out where Tom Cruise is like 70
saw
years
it.
old in it? It's
Oh.
so nuts.
I've seen them all.
Was there two that came out? Because I definitely saw one in the last 3 years. But
It's
I
a
feel like
two-parter.
Well, they changed it. It's not anymore. They
What?
got too scared. So originally it was called Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Yeah.
And then they got scared and like, actually, that's just Dead Reckoning. And the new one has a different name.
What?
It's not called Part 2 anymore.
The whole premise of it is like there's a
There's
computer.
no ending.
It's like the most boomer
Oh,
brained
shit.
movie I've ever seen.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you know that I just fully stole the.
I
my
thought you
mov-
were continuing.
Okay. I was hoping I was tricking everybody.
It doesn't have an ending. So, I mean, it could be that.
But isn't there any like he's gonna die?
I don't know.
Is that true?
Dead Reckoning.
Dude, he's a dead man, pretty much.
Ethan.
I don't fucking know.
Ethan.
That's a great Ving Rhames.
You're a dead man.
Were you doing Ving Rhames?
Ethan.
I feel like that's what he says.
Yeah,
a lot
that's
in
the way
movie.
he says Ethan.
Ethan.
He's dead.
Is Ving Rhames dead?
I don't remember what my point was, but that sounds
R.I.P.,
just like
homie.
Ving Rhames. Let's read John Mixon's answer.
Wait, but I think I gotta just put this out there. A movie with Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, George Clooney.
Whoa.
That's-
Leonardo DiCaprio,
and
Brad
Leonardo
Pitt.
DiCaprio,
Tommy
Brad Pitt.
Boy.
Wait, wasn't that Hollywood movie?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, it was Once Upon a Time.
Oh.
But no Toms.
But no Toms.
If you look
That would be
closely-
too crazy.
They're actually the sixth friend, and it's the city. It's Tom's Hollywood. So
This is just something to think about.
Well, you're just listing celebrities who should be in a movie.
yeah. There's just too much guy star power for one movie, and I don't know.
do you think that might be a TV show on Apple?
Sure.
We've just never heard of it.
Yeah, maybe.
100%.
That's what the gorge is.
I imagine every like producers meeting in LA sounds just like this. where they just say names and then wait. You know?
Read this answer, Alec.
This is from John Mixon, who's watching them carefully and remembering their foibles and faux pas. Question:
Okay.
Why hasn't Tom Hanks ever acted with Tom Cruise? Multiple reasons, including 1, it would be too expensive.
Yup.
You can't afford it, honey. Number 2, who would be the star? Seriously. I'm skimming around here because there's a lot written after all of these and we don't have the time. Number 3, they're no
and you
longer
have
at
to
their
read it.
peak.
They could spend months deciding who gets to be the star.
Can I tell you? I think Cruise would give it to Hanks.
Really?
I think he's a
graceful.
much more gracious person, and I think
Yeah.
that's why he's able to be a cult leader.
He has
And
the
the-
Thetans.
But he's a bigger star.
yeah, but I think he's a bigger star because he knows how to bow down, and like I think he knows where it matters and where it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, and this is related to what you're saying, number 4, main reason, Hanks is taller than Cruise. Who has to bow down is Tom Hanks to talk to little Tom on the
That's
ground.
true. He is taller.
And Tom Cruise famously does not like it when everyone's so much taller than him.
He married Nicole Kidman, the tallest woman in wherever she's from.
And he wanted to chop off her ankles.
He was a younger man then. He had hope.
yeah, that was crazy.
He thought he still had a few more inches in him.
He was drinking a lot of milk back then.
Waking up and slamming it.
He thought he could manifest.
Number 5, I do not think is true, which is they don't share fans.
What?
I think there's
They
a
do.
lot of Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise overlap
they're
fans.
called dads.
Yeah.
Also,
We are Legion.
wouldn't that be good? You double your audience.
Yeah, W
Yeah.
audience, W dollars.
That's right.
Basically.
Think about it.
That's how it works.
Think about it. Send Ethan Hunt to an island.
Yeah, why not? Cruise with ex-wife Nicole Kidman, who is the same height as Hanks. That's what we
This
said.
is
Well,
what-
that's cool. Then they could get married or whatever.
Yeah.
Him and Tom.
Him and Tom Hanks could then get married because he's so
because
tall
he's
and
so
handsome.
tall.
They feel different levels of alive. Do you guys see that? Like,
Yeah. They weren't too happy together, were they? I mean, at the end.
They
But
were
like-
so happy.
There's the famous picture of her divorcing him.
Right, where she
So
jumps
happy.
on the... No,
Well, no,
I'm thinking
she's
one
just
thing
like
on her.
cheering. She's doing like
She
a fist
doesn't
bump.
jump on the couch.
She doesn't jump on the couch.
He
She jumped
jumped
on the couch.
My Tom Cruise memories are all jumbled up, everybody. Sorry, I'll
I
send
have a
myself to
friend
jail.
who is a super fan of Tom Cruise. And
be nice.
they told me recently there's a rumor in the Tom Cruise fan community that he has left Scientology and is living with Christopher McQuarrie in England.
I do not believe that.
Who's
do not
Christopher
either.
McQuarrie?
The guy who
you.
directs the Mission Impossible movies, and they're like best friends.
is it possible they were just working on a movie in England?
Maybe.
They
I
could
think
be
also my
working
friend
on
who's a
movie
super
in
fan, there's also a sort of queer aspect to this where there's a lot of like, and they're in love because they're two guys.
Well, I have it confirmed he's gay.
Yeah? There you
And
go.
my confirmation is
Okay, Dumois.
Risky Business.
Sure.
It was filmed where my co-host Ashley is from, the Chicago suburbs. And in that part of the world, they all said back then he was gay.
Christopher
Wow.
McQuarrie, there's something going on there.
Confirmed.
If anyone's seen Cocktail, there's no more questions to be asked.
Damn.
Is that a tale of two cocks or what?
Pretty much. Cocktail's fantastic. If you haven't seen Cocktail, check it out.
Anyway, that's the answer is because he's too tall.
Too damn tall to be in the movie.
Should I look up who asked this question or do we not care?
I'm a little curious.
It's from it's from Tracy Kidd, who's an intelligent individual.
Huh.
Not smart
picture
enough
of
to
a
crack this
rainbow.
nut, huh?
He also has a blog spot.
Also, if you're saying like your bio is intelligent individual, it feels like you're insecure about it.
Yeah,
Two
that's so true.
Lots of pictures.
His
He
pictures are
posted,
formatting crazy.
Eminem dissed Tupac in 2019.
He's got a couple of
Trump stuff.
paragraphs.
This is
Leighton Meester?
Madchen Amick in Dream Lover. He's posting about her looking like Phoebe Tonkin. I don't know who either of these people are.
This is a high IQ individual.
He loves.
I love social media part 1
So as far as I can
No
tell,
part
most of
two.
this blog is about Eminem and being too old for rap.
and Magic.
Wait, hold on. We have to read I Love Social Media Part 1. If only social media was a woman. That's what I keep thinking to myself.
That's the tagline of this podcast.
That's a great thing to say. I love that.
As the saying goes, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
So many options,
so many
websites. That's how we're ending the
not
show
wrong.
from now on. That's
If only
poetry.
social media was a woman.
So many options, so many websites.
Well, that's I don't know.
You know, it's nice that he likes putting his thoughts
He has a lot of questions about rap.
on the
Yeah,
internet.
does Wolverine have a southern accent? No, he doesn't. He's from
Say
Canada.
no.
What a
Really good-
superhero questions. All right, well, great. Why? Oh, he has a lot of questions about Tom Cruise and why he hasn't acted with other people.
He has acted with Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
That's right.
Tropic Thunder is very star-studded as well.
It is.
Did people point that out?
Let's see. There's two
Oh.
answers here. One could ask the very same thing about other actors as well. We've never seen a handful of other celebrities appear in a film together, either Tom Cruise or Robert Downey Jr. either. So this one
Okay.
just ignores
This question
This
is
is a
like
question-
8 years old.
This is just a question of combinations and permutations.
Yeah.
How come everybody in the world hasn't been in a room with everybody else?
That's a really good question, actually. We should ask that. How can I contact Robert Downey Jr.? Someone asks.
There's one person who points out Tropic Thunder, and they're in the answers that need improvement.
Oh my
I
god.
haven't seen the movie. So maybe they're not together in it.
Okay, so we don't need to put it on there,
Wait,
though. He
I want
already
to find
knows.
out how can I contact Robert Downey
How
Jr.
can I contact? Well, AI says you can use social media or fan mail, and then gives his address.
Fan mail.
All right, we're off the goddamn farm right now. Go back to the
Just
celebrity
learn
questions.
to live with the strong possibility that you can't, and the realization that you probably shouldn't bother trying. You think you're the only total stranger who wants to impose on this man's privacy?
Tell him, Troy Morris.
You thought that wasn't worth reading, Alex?
This to me is somebody who's 10 years sober of Robert Downey Jr. Like this is somebody who's gone to a meeting and like learned their limitations, and
Yeah.
the first thing you have to do is like admit you don't have any power here.
Ironically, in ARC, Robert Downey Jr. probably really understands
Yeah.
Sure.
as a
Yeah,
former addict himself.
that's right.
God bless you, Robert. You're Iron Man.
And now he's addicted to making money, right? He's coming back.
Yep.
He's gonna be someone else in Marvel.
Yeah.
Yep, we got
He
the
is,
same
really?
disease.
He's Dr. Doom.
People don't like that though. They feel find a new guy now.
Find
What's
a
your
new
take,
guy.
Claire? Are
What?
you pro or anti Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr.?
I don't know what is Dr. Doom's thing.
He's like a bad guy. He's got a mask.
But he's just the
Takes over a
second person in
country.
the same universe.
Okay.
He's like Daft Punk.
He takes over a European country for a bit.
But I think you guys are missing out the important context of why it can't be Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
This is like if they killed off Lorelai Gilmore and then had her come back as just a different lady down the road. Like just
right.
find a new
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now, that's kind of interesting to me.
What if they're brothers?
I really liked in
Twin Flames.
I forget the name of the show. There was an HBO show where Robert Downey Jr. played 5 guys.
Oh,
yeah,
the
about the Vietnam
sympathizer.
War.
The sympathizer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he played every white man in
He
the
did.
show. And
He
it was
played every
like a
white
joke.
man.
And at first I was annoyed by it, but then I thought it was really funny, actually.
Yeah. As a person with face blindness, did you feel like you were being represented on screen?
I thought I was being represented both as a man with face blindness and as a mayonnaise devil who invades and destroys the East.
That show was good. I liked it.
Take it to the snow apes.
You're sort of marshmallow head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
That's for real.
Anyway, what does Britney Spears smell like?
Taking guesses in the room.
I would guess Curious by Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Her perfume line.
That makes sense.
What does that smell like?
Cotton candy.
That's what I was going to guess. Bubble gum.
Like
I think she would
exact-
smell like a pack sun.
Ooh.
I think she smelled like a distant flame.
Oh, that's nice.
my twin flame.
I do think she's my twin flame
And no
as
one
well.
respects you.
If I will leave my wife for you, Britney Spears.
Wait, I hate this answer by R.J. Holland.
Oh.
Probably like all girls, perfume, hairspray, a touch of a scent of makeup, and sugar and spice, and everything nice.
I wish
Isn't that
social
kind of
media
what we
was a
said,
woman.
though? Isn't right away we were like, she smells like perfume?
Well, can I say she has a line of perfume with her name on
She
it.
does.
And
It
she
feels
smells
very-
like that, like girls do.
This guy's a former professional drummer.
Oh,
Yo, written
This
like
guy does say, I'm sure that's what Britney smells like, her particular perfume.
Yup.
lipstick.
All on the same page.
I like this guy. He says, met her twice, cigarettes. And then Ashley
That's
Lynn Ward
brutal.
says, yuck, frowny face. And she's a nurse.
The cigarettes guy does go out of his way to be like, she's very charming and pretty. I'm a big fan.
I don't think he had to go out of his way to say that. I think that comes naturally once you've met Britney. I think she's very charming and pretty, and you can't help but share.
She deserves
She
it.
does look like she smells like cigarettes, though.
We've definitely seen this guy on Quora before. by
Michael
the way.
Romeo? We're not
Yes.
following him.
I'll follow him now.
He's a Patriot historian.
We've definitely seen him. I'm positive. He started at the School of Hard Knocks.
Everyone on here does that.
I'm sure we've seen him, and I'm upvoting his thing.
Okay, yeah, he's cool. You can follow him.
I did.
I can't believe how many paragraphs it took him to answer what she smells like when
Yeah.
he doesn't even know and he's guessing.
What a fool. We did it immediately. We're so much smarter than you, RJ Holland.
Pro drummer
what's
for
your
over
band?
50 years.
I want to know your
He's a
band.
session drummer.
He's an army. Okay, well, that's.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's like the drummer boy.
He's
I
like
have
the guy
this-
who like goes into war with you.
I have the snare next to the artillery. I'm a professional drummer.
Why am I miming drumming?
I have to say, give me a more stressful place to be drumming.
That's true.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think it's a little harder to do a tour of Iraq than the Eras tour.
Damn.
I actually
Thank
don't
you
know.
for saying that.
Damn.
The pressure on her, though.
The other thing too is like, think of a situation where you would go deaf faster than being a professional metal drummer is
In the-
probably
But
in
there's
the
a
army.
movie about that as well.
I'm in Fallujah.
I like that. So this guy is an army drummer who enjoys writing Seinfeldian humor.
Oh,
I picked up on that immediately.
This guy seems annoying as hell.
he's my twin flame.
Hey, Rick, why did you delete RJ? Is a question.
That's one of his questions. Why
All
did
right,
you delete RJ?
That's private. We should read that. That's between him and RJ.
What's the weirdest
He's
book you
RJ.
had to read for
Whatever.
school?
This is the normal way to use Quora.
Yeah,
We're
no,
laughing
you're
at it.
He's
He's
the
just
most
using the
normal guy we've ever
website.
seen on here, and he has 28,000 followers on Quora.
Ow.
I don't know.
Bot farming. Russian asset.
Yeah, why does he have so many followers?
The Russians
Is that
haven't.
him?
Yeah, that's him.
That's Ringo Starr.
Wait.
What's Ringo Starr's middle name? Maybe it's John. Maybe it's Ringo John Starr.
What is Ringo's initials? Look up Ringo's initials, Jeremy.
Ringo was in the U.S. Army.
Ringo Starr's not his real name, right?
Did Ringo Starr serve in the U.S.
Richard
Starkey.
Starkey. I don't think
Richard
so.
John Stark. Private Richard John Starkey.
Peace and love.
Sailor and third chief at Shell Oil Company.
It'd be so good to be the drummer for the Beatles, and your Quora profile is like, professional drummer in the army, 50 years. I've played all kinds of bars.
I love Seinfeld.
The important things about Ringo Starr.
All right, well, that's enough of this fucking guy.
28,000 followers.
We figured out what Britney Spears smells like, and it is cigarette.
Respect.
Why does Robert De Niro look way different in the Taxi Driver 1976 movie than he does today?
CGI.
Really good question.
Probably because of a mohawk. He had a mohawk in that
Is
movie.
that him on the right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
him in Taxi Driver.
Have you seen Taxi Driver, Claire?
Yeah, but I guess I didn't realize who he was playing. Maybe I haven't seen Taxi Driver.
Yeah, you gotta check
Is
out
there a movie
Taxi
named
Driver.
Taxi?
There
That's
is
the
also
Jimmy
a
Fallon
movie named
one.
Taxi.
Jimmy Fallon and Queen Latifah.
Okay, that's not what I'm thinking.
If you don't have time, you could just watch Joker from 2019. It's the same movie, but without Robert De Niro.
Yeah, it's kind of like what if that movie was bad?
Yeah.
Well, he is actually in it as well.
I almost said that, and I realized he's co-starring.
Okay, I don't want to be an idiot, but why does he look so different?
It's because he's like 60 years old.
Yeah.
And his nose droops down now. He has
When you
completely
get
different-
older, your nose droops down.
God
His
is
hatred
trying.
of Trump. That's what it is.
Your ears get bigger and your nose gets droopier.
You know how De Niro hates Donald Trump? Do you know about this?
The devil's trying to suck him to hell, and the gravity is affecting his skin.
I cannot believe what he looks
And
like.
he just had a baby.
I love him. I think he's so funny.
Yeah, he had a
that
baby
looks
at
like
80.
Jason Statham to me.
Robert
Are you
De Niro?
sure Taxi Driver didn't star a young Jason
It
Statham?
might have in
You know,
1976.
I wanted to make fun of this guy, but clearly he's actually really onto something. These are different people.
I have to say something. I know you guys obviously know that that's Robert De Niro in both photos. If you didn't know, you would be shocked. That's
I
not how
didn't know,
people
I would be
age
shocked.
anymore.
It's true.
Yeah.
Anything I
guess people
don't know, I'm
age
shocked
anymore.
at. That's true.
That's true.
You you have the bias of knowledge, and it's not fair to use that against us.
The bias of
I
knowledge.
love being biased.
Given to you by that wretched snake. Everyone's just saying because he's older.
He's so much older. That
Which
that
apparently
movie
is the
was in
wrong answer.
1975.
Okay, can you? I guess no. That goes outside the bounds of what this podcast can accomplish.
We could do it.
Could you look up a photo of him at like 1985?
Jeremy's favorite thing is to go on to Google on the Quorators podcast.
When did Midnight Run come out?
1988.
I was off by 3 years.
Oh, you're close though. I'll give you 3 years.
There he is.
Yeah, now we're enjoying silently some 80s
This is a
De
picture of
Niro.
Robert De Niro in Midnight Run.
If you're
He's on the
listening
left
at home,
He's on the left here. That's
He's
right.
on the left, on the right is Charles Grodin.
pull this up. Go ahead and take a look. This is Midnight Run De Niro. Quite different.
The like
Picture.
lamest version of like the Joe Rogan show. Jamie, why don't you pull up a picture of Robert De Niro for me?
You, the listener, pull that up.
Some things, because that's obviously a young Robert De Niro, but the other one I'm not seeing it.
Sure, yeah.
You're not seeing that he's Robert De Niro.
Would it help if he didn't have the
Sunglasses
mohawks?
and the mohawk.
Yeah, get me 75 off duty.
Well,
civilian.
he doesn't have it in the beginning.
What
of the
about
movie.
Raging Bull?
Does that look like Robert De Niro to you? Is that anything?
That could be anybody, to be honest.
He's a young boy.
Maybe you have face blindness.
He's a
like
handsome
Alex.
I do
young
have
boy.
a really hard time recognizing
Okay,
faces,
all right.
and I think it's the most dangerous thing you can have as a comedian because everyone in New York City kind of carries their
Yeah.
body
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Yeah.
like a comedian. And if as a
true.
woman, if someone makes eye contact, as a woman who is oft characterized as a bitch, I think unfairly, I am in this position where anytime someone makes eye contact with me,
Sure.
I kind of have to assume there is someone I met at an open mic, and if I don't say hi back, I'll be considered rude. And I'm saying hello to everybody.
Yeah, I feel like
say
I'm
hi.
on the opposite end of this a lot because people will be like, "Have we met before?" And I'm like, "I look like every other comedian in New York City. I'm a balding white guy. Like, I don't know.
I've
Maybe.
never agreed with a guest more on this program. Then people say hi to me and I don't know if I've met them before.
You know, I'm walking down the street and everybody goes, Melania, Melania. Oh,
You're the double.
I'm the
You're the one that
double.
they trot out when she won't go.
Oh my
no. Yeah.
God.
They want me to die. So they're trotting me out.
Anyway, the answer is that he got old.
He got old and
You guys are gonna look like fools if we find out there was a second thing that happened. Because if the same question were to be asked about Zac Efron, he's gotten 3 different jaw surgeries.
That's true.
Why didn't
That's
he get
true.
jaw surgeries?
Why did he? Well, if you ask him, it's because he keeps falling downstairs.
Right.
But I would say
No.
anybody else would say there's got to be 3 times.
It's
That
be-
feels suspicious.
No, that means he's an alcoholic and he falls a lot.
Or it means he's susceptible to the crushing weight of the beauty expectations of Hollywood, which sees no gender.
that's right.
That's true, actually.
That's right. He's Matt Rifing himself.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
You know,
so sad.
he said, "Who's dominating the entertainment world?" And he said, "I want make me like that guy."
I guess
The
my
biggest
thing
jaw.
the thing with the jaw surgeries is it looks I think good for like a year and then every year after is just like you got a huge lump on your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like being an aging Robert De Niro with a big nose.
It's almost exactly like that.
You just
De
get
Niro,
bigger
you're
and
killing
bigger.
it. We love you.
De Niro very virile and he's going to stop
Have more
President
babies.
Donald Trump.
Yes. It's
He
very
makes
funny.
many
He
efforts
just
to
makes
do
all
so.
these videos where he's like, Donald Trump, fuck you, man.
Two
And it's like, all right,
great
Robert De Niro,
powers.
go off.
Tell him.
I just wish these celebrities would do something. They could
Robert
kill
De Niro
Donald
should
Trump.
kill
Yeah.
him. You should
Robert
do
De
it.
Niro has an opportunity to do the funniest thing.
Yeah.
Do
Just
the
murder
funniest
Donald
thing.
Trump.
That would win the internet.
They'd take away Kim Kardashian's crown by the time she had a big butt in that photo.
I would like to watch them fight because they're the exact same size and age, right? Or maybe not size, but I feel that's a fair fight.
Yeah.
We could just
Yeah.
throw dollars at them like they're dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Vickham.
They are.
Throw dollars at a dog.
They dress him up like Robert Mueller again.
Political violence should be restricted to only the celebrities and
Yes.
powerful.
Yes.
And then they can enter a Pokemon style situation where they fight for dominance.
Can we read this one last answer before we leave this question? This is the De Niro question. The answer is, enough with the De Niro shit. Go give him a BJ. Sure, he would love that.
Oh!
Damn. And
that's
that's from
from
a
the-
former tax auditor.
I'll tell you, it
pretty
sounds the way the
cool.
the IRS treats me. That's exactly how they talk.
And he's the moderator of Gay and Bi Men Who Love to Smoke Cigarettes.
Whoa. I'd love
So,
to be a part of that space.
If you love to smoke cigarettes, please join.
Well, not everybody.
How many people are in gained by men who love to smoke cigarettes?
Uh,
His other moderator position is
73.
his other moderator position is gay zone.
Great stuff.
Cool.
If you are a man who smokes cigarettes, would you start smoking? Would you start others smoking? Great.
Would you start others smoking?
Let's do
We
one
know
more.
what they mean.
Do you have a question that you would really like to do, Alex, out of all of these?
Yes, I do.
Which one?
do the Family Guy one. This
Right.
one's been in the doc forever, and I think it's an important discourse.
Should Family Guy writers rewrite all the characters into good, heroic people?
Yes.
Yes, they should.
Peter should fight that chicken more.
I just think in Trump's America, we need heroes.
We need
Yes,
someone to
we
look
do.
up to.
Do you know what I mean?
Robert
Maybe
De
that's the
Niro.
left Rogan we've been looking for.
We need a family of cartoon heroes.
That's
Stewie
why this
Griffin.
country's down in the shitter these days because we don't have a full house.
Yeah.
My son
Yeah.
saw Stewie try to kill that vile woman, and he started smoking ever since.
That's how he got into Marx, was from Stewie Griffin.
I'm trying to think of something in Family Guy that would be inspiring to people. They killed Brian at one point. They bring him
Alex,
back.
Can you read this answer for me?
All right, so this is an answer by Ryan
How
McClary.
about a lasting marriage? How about a nuclear family that's been unperverted by the gay and
you.
lesbian agenda of America?
Claire's making a lot of good
The
points.
fucking Protestant divorce ethic. How about that? How about just
Today, all you see is violence in movies and sex on
Yeah.
TV.
If it wasn't picking up on Mike, there was a round of applause when the speech started. I don't know if that really came across. Okay, there's an answer by Ryan McClary, whose bio just says Family Guy. And he says Stewie Griffin. Brian Griffin, Meg Griffin, Chris Griffin, Stewie Griffin,
Brian Griffin.
Cleveland Brown, Joe
Joe
Swanson,
Swanson.
Olivia Fuller, who's that?
Who the hell is that?
I think it's a
Jillian
Bachelor
Russell,
contestant.
Patty Patterson, Ruth Rutherford, Esther Estaderm, Neil Goldman, Connie D'Amico, Tom Tucker, and Diane Simmons will become heroic characters. The rewrite of Family Guy will happen on May 5th, 2024.
That happened? Did anyone check into that
It
happen?
happened.
I would love to say it didn't, but I haven't really
forgot Peter
been
Lois.
watching. Those must all be the name of minor characters because I
I think they
recognize Tom Tucker. I recognize
remember
Diane
that.
Simmons.
Can we click on Ryan McCleary's?
Neil Goldman's the
can.
really offensive anti-Semitic character.
Yeah, that's right.
It
Pisses us off.
pisses us off. I am not a pharmacist.
He's getting really mad at Family Guy because they're mean to Jews. I don't know. This guy's got 278 questions. Yes. What will 2025 bring?
What did he know?
Who are the 13 main characters in American Dad? Who are the 23 main characters of Family Guy?
Oh,
Okay. Those are his questions, but the things he knows about on his knows about page
Family
are television
Guy.
series, Family Guy, Seth
Television.
MacFarlane, American Dad.
It sounds like he's teeing himself up
Yeah, I
to
think
jerk
so.
himself off.
This is, everyone says, oh, I can't get into a writer's room. I can't get into a writer's room. It's so hard. Why don't you go on Quora and show everyone how much you know about Family Guy? You want to be in there.
Warlock, the vampire in 1872.
That's a reference to Dracula.
Dracula.
Check out Dracula.
Check out Dracula. Check
These
out
are the
Count
23
Warlock.
main characters of Dracula. Go.
Oh no.
Dracula.
Dracula's friend.
That girl Dracula sucks.
Dracula's neighbor.
Yeah.
Her husband who he hates. Lois Griffin.
Well, we
is
really learned a
nothing.
lot about celebrities today.
Wait.
we have to do our
Would
segment.
anybody like to argue that they shouldn't make the Family Guy people heroic?
I think not in this Quora. I think they should. I think they're too mean for too long, and that it would be nice. I think we need heroes.
All right, so
And
we
it
have a
could be,
quorum on this.
Yeah. Do you think they shouldn't, Alex?
No, I think they should be heroic. I think
Yeah,
that's what the
I
country
think,
needs.
I think Claire P is right that we do need some sort of nice family.
Need a model. Did you ever watch Seventh Heaven?
Seventh heaven.
I didn't,
Well,
but I
no
did.
longer down the street.
All right,
That's
Claire
that's all
saw
I
it.
remember.
I went to Catholic school, so I felt like I got it.
But every
you
one
already
of
had
these
it.
shows had an actor who did sexually inappropriate things.
We have to just let men be men sometimes. You want none of
Clip
our
it.
heroes to rape? Okay, so I guess you want no heroes.
Damn.
You gotta crack. Yeah.
There's another question from the same person. Should Family Guy become pro-fascist propaganda and enable the far right?
Should it?
Oh.
I don't think it should.
Well, now that I'm hearing the other sides of things, that's a good idea too.
I guess I'd have to see where they go with it.
Is Family Guy becoming too far left in politics? That's a really good question.
I would love to answer these, but I have not seen Family Guy since 2008, so I really can't speak on it.
Can I ask a question about the perspective of the question writer? Is he somebody who is anti-left, pro-far right, and he's hoping for fascism?
I
Seems
think
like it.
so,
I
yeah.
can't.
He's just out and out. He's not oh, should we return to conservative values? He's should we enable fascism.
Yes.
Basically.
So he's
Through
a
Family
Quagmire
Guy.
supporter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love being like,
saying
my
giggity.
one regret is that I couldn't vote for fascism.
Quagmire's kind of a culture war character because he has a lot of Me Too moments.
Yeah,
Giggity,
he does.
giggity.
He does. So a lot of our favorites are gonna go down on this one.
I'm sure he was
Quagmire.
at Epstein's Island. or-
He's got one of those jaws like a Zac Efron.
He does.
Yeah, he's not
I'm
even
sure
in
that
the
looked good for a
Iron Claw.
year.
And he gets tang.
He does. He sure does. Let's do our final segment. Is that okay? Where people ask us a Quora question.
Yes.
Slam that button.
Oh, by the way, thank you for writing in with these. Is that okay? We can only do one a week, so we're not going to get to all of them, but I'm listening
Do you
to
have a
them,
specific
and
one you
I'd
wanna
love
do,
to hear
Alex?
it. Yeah, it's on my desktop.
Beautiful.
Let's play the sound.
Is that okay?
321.
What if you guys did a new segment called "Is That Okay?"
Oh,
And you showed me and Alex a photo of Claire,
Sure.
and then said, "Is that Claire okay?"
Is that Claire okay?
And then the trick, all photos of Melania.
Wow.
That's actually a really good segment.
I think it's a great idea, but it's kind of early to be riffing on "Is that okay?" after the second week we do.
You've got to just keep growing. You know what I mean? Growing, adapting, changing.
Take it, spin it. Okay, you can play
So,
it.
so this is a question that somebody sent in to us that's supposed to be a Quora question for us to answer.
Okay.
If you have a question for Quorators, email us quorators@gmail.com with the tagline, "Is that okay?"
Please.
Hey, Quorators. I was wondering, so if the way that toilets worked was that there was actually like a man that lived inside of the toilet, and his job was to eat the poop and the pee that came down the toilet to process it down the rest of the pipes. How do you think you would treat him personally? Would it be nice? Would you call him names?
Ooh.
I would appreciate the feedback. Thank you.
That's a great question.
That is a
Good
great
question.
question. I would be nice to him.
I would be really nice to him, but then I'd feel bad. But then I'd be like, oh, but this is what he chose to do.
Does he
Did
like
he
it?
choose it?
He chooses it because I think he likes to
into
eat
it.
poop and drink.
You think it's
In
a
every
human man?
toilet, they're choosing it. This is a tortured being who's stuck in the toilet.
You think?
Have you guys seen Snowpiercer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of the only movie I've ever seen, so I have to reference it a lot. But
It's a
luckily,
really good movie.
Luckily, it's all encompassing. He nailed it. I don't even know why he still makes movies because
Nope.
he got it all. Here's something about Snowpiercer that I found out recently because I did a rewatch because I'm referencing it all the time, and it turned out I actually couldn't really remember what it was about. But do you guys know that scene where the poors are breaking through to the riches and
Yes.
they find out what they've been eating as cockroach bars and they get
Right.
really upset?
Yeah.
I'd always felt like, well, what'd you think? It's an apocalypse, right?
I feel the
Sure.
same way.
Like I was kind of like, what am I eating when I have a power bar? Like, it's not
Right.
so upsetting that they're cockroaches. Wouldn't you? It's more upsetting that not everyone is eating cockroaches, and in some cultures, a delicacy. That being said, I found out that the original was that those bars were made out of shit.
that makes more sense.
And then they said that's too gross.
Yeah, and I think
Sure.
they said that's too far. But if you listen to the lyrics, the dialogue is like, "We're eating shit,"
yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, so they
no,
just
it's not
changed
shit.
it."
It's cockroaches.
We're
You wanna
They
tell
changed
them.
it in post.
Shit.
Anyway, this is all to say,
You think it's Chris
when I
Evans?
heard it was shit, I said, "Well, that's wrong."
Uh-huh.
And I would like to think in a world where there's a shit-eating man in my toilet, I would go, that's wrong. And I would maybe just poop outside in a latrine.
Wow.
You always like to hope that you'll be on the right side of history, and you can't imagine that that's sustainable to have shit-eaters.
But if this was just there was precedent for shit eating guys.
there's been
in the
precedent for
toilet.
everything, and we have to change.
That's
have to be the
true.
change.
But what if from the beginning of
Yeah.
toilet existence, it was always a little guy,
Uh-huh.
and then he comes from, and then there's a
Yeah.
long line, the ancestry of shit eaters.
See, I feel like we're getting into a caste system, and I'd like to think I'm against that
So
too.
wait, just
think
real
you're
quick,
right.
are you guys picturing like a little goblin who eats shit, or are you picturing a human man who's like, all right, clocking in at the toilet today, and he like comes in and he's like, I'm ready. And
Mine's
then
a
he-
goblin.
Mine's a goblin who's
Mine's a
like
goblin.
looks.
He's born to munch.
I think Claire's picturing like a guy with his
boy.
briefcase coming into your home, being like, "Don't shit yet. I'll get under there."
I'll be
Yeah.
honest, he's not carrying a briefcase.
It's not Death of a Salesman. Toilet.
Listen, I think we'd all sit here and say we'd like to think we're nice.
I'm
Yeah.
nice.
I think I'd apologize a lot. I think I'd still do it, but I'd say I'm sorry.
I'd
a
say
lot.
sorry every time.
I think it would cause me grave digestion problems because I think I'd be like shy. You know what I mean? I
Right.
think
Yeah.
it added a level of insecurity and a lack of privacy
Shit
that
shy.
and you wait on the toilet for a while and just you hear a muffled voice like, "Where is it?
I hate that.
Having
I'm
trouble?
waiting to eat it." Stressed at school?
I think I'd become deeply constipated and die.
Yeah.
Because I would just be like, I don't want him to, but he's not gonna think I'm sexy if he knows I poop.
But he's in the toilet like, I'm so hungry. I need food.
People would fall in love with the toilet goblin.
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
Absolutely. The Quora would be full of, is it okay that I want to have sex with my toilet goblin? And people would be like, you're a fucking freak. No one has sex with the toilet goblin.
It'd be a big UTI problem, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And on that note, that's been the show.
It's over.
Claire, thank you so much for coming on Quorators, America's favorite Quora-based podcast. Where can our listeners find you at home and abroad?
Well, my home address is, I used to say my home address all the time.
We're gonna put a bleep
All
on
the
it.
time?
Yeah, because nobody used to listen to our old podcast, and it was like a real joke. And then, actually, the real joke was I used to live across the street from Matthew Broussard.
Whoa!
And so the joke was, if you ever want to know where Claire lives, the code word is say Matthew Broussard, and then I would go, I live at 156 Bedford, and he lives at 157 Bedford. We're literally across the street from each other. Neither of us live there anymore. Anyway, they can find me at Celebrity Memoir Book Club, the podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, and I'm Claire the Scare on all socials.
Check out Claire
With an
the
I.
Scare.
With an
Oh my
I.
God, I better plug it.
Claire with an I.
Claire with an I, Claire the Scare.
Yeah, don't follow Claire O'Kane looking for Claire Parker because it's just got a whole different page of stuff.
People assume the eye. They're always throwing an eye on Claire.
They're
kid.
always throwing an eye.
Honestly,
yeah, but you
your
only
name's-
notice it
your-
because you don't have, because I get uneyed. You know, sometimes I get a K.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
That seems wrong.
I've gotten like CLAR. Where they're just like,
Clar.
yeah.
The level of education in this country is appalling. If you'd like more episodes of our show every Thursday, go to patreon.com/Quorators. We have no ads.
Beep
We are
boop,
funded
beep
by
boop,
listeners
beep
like
boop.
you. Be part of the revolution.
Beep, boop, beep,
Alex is a
boop.
baby.
And I have a baby. That's in plugs
Robert
now.
De Niro killed
so
Donald Trump.
We use a bug, Ashley's dog, as our baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have
Feed
a
Alex's baby.
I have a baby and Ashley has a dog. So
Come
thank you
on.
so much for listening.
All right, I'm fitting stop.
See you next week.